Welcome in the second part of the series, How to Respond to Cultural Specifics and Universals. My name is Helena Tužinska. I'm from the Faculty of Arts of the Comenius University in Bratislava, and I would like to introduce you into how to read the cultural atlas with comprehension. Let us take the lenses of moral foundations. In general, we can say that people often fall in love with their unique features. In the previous presentation, the cultural atlas we have seen is full of examples which tell us of distinctions between societies. Yet, there are situations in which we need to find common ground. As a counterpart to cultural specifics, there are so-called human universals, both in routinized behavior as well as in what we feel. Can you see a Mandelbrot fractal reflected in the ceiling of this cathedral? There are patterns which can be found both in nature and culture in the whole universe. Such matrices are also part of human strategies of survival. Culture is like an instrument which influences a specific variety of otherwise universal need. Humans are very special in being animal rhythms. According to Aristotle, those who can laugh together. Humans generate many rules of what does it mean to be in one tact, tactful, following a common rhythm. With this rhythm, music, song and dance, people create the basis for pro-social behavior. They can compete in cooperation in all areas of being creative. Many animals are well known for having unwritten rules of behavior, but it seems that the use of metaphors or collective fictions generated by rituals is unique for humans. Let us imagine any group we feel belonging to, be it a family or bigger collective. It can be a club, it can be a local community, volunteering, whatever. What are we doing for it? How much we are sensing whether we are equal, how much we are looking for an authority, what is making us proud according to what we have already achieved, and what is perhaps regarded as holy, collective awareness of communal unity or effervescence, something which is above. How much do we care whether it's there or not? How much do we care about the whole group? More than for an individual. So, how do people really test loyalties? These are all petals which co-create a flower of a moral matrix. It always refers to more than just a sum of individuals, to a collective. Let us come back in our minds to the cultural atlas of many countries. We have seen the information on core concepts. Now let them see as a variation on a theme. On purpose, here are the dots without any belonging to any particular country, because it seems that they're just synonyms of repeated pattern. Try to step out of the ethnicized core. These dots do not belong to any particular ethnicity. Rather, they refer to something more universal. These are all as if sources of solidarity we feel not just above, but also in our bodies. All of them seem to be diverse only at the first sight. But what is happening on the second? So, moral foundations theory was created by a group of social and cultural psychologists to understand why morality varies so much across cultures, yet still it shows so many similarities and recurrent themes. In brief, the theory proposes that several innate and universally available psychological systems are the foundations of so-called intuitive ethics. Each culture then constructs virtues, narratives, and institutions on top of these foundations, thereby creating the unique moralities we see around the world, and conflicting within nations too. So what if it's needs, which are addressed by each core value? The previously given questions seem to be answered by these values, by these core concepts, which were most frequently cited in Cultural Atlas. It is no coincidence. The reason is that they fit into moral matrix because of our evolutionary-driven advantages. The survival of the fittest means that only those who can adapt to changing circumstances will endure. The fittest in general doesn't exist. It is always circumstantial. Therefore, we have such variability, but on common themes. In this case, the moral matrix. So those 12,000 years of our sedentarism, before we have been just hunters-gatherers, is like 5 minutes only of our 24 hours highly mobile Homo sapiens. So imagine what has been important in those 23 hours 55 minutes is exactly these values. Can you see the small rectangle on the very bottom? Homo sapiens. We humans have been able of producing the symbolic culture. We have existed in large cooperative groups, sharing moral narratives. Even today, we are using them as instruments of social cohesion. Jonathan Haidt, in his book The Righteous Mind, or Why Good People Are Divided by Politics and Religion, gives plenty nice examples how moral matrix is used in the present politics, advertisement, or other activities. Now let us sum up all these 6 moral foundations. The first one, the care and harm, is related to our long evolution as mammals with attachment systems and an ability to feel the pain of others. It underlines the virtues of kindness, gentleness, and nurturance. The second one, fairness cheating foundation, is related to the evolutionary process of reciprocal altruism. It generates ideas of justice, rights, and autonomy. The third moral emotion is related to our long history as tribal creatures able to form shifting coalitions. It underlies virtues of patriotism and self-sacrifice for the group. It is active anytime people feel it's one for all and all for one. The fourth foundation was shaped by our long primate history of hierarchical and social interactions. It underlines virtues of leadership and followership, including deference of legitimate authority and respect for traditions. The fifth, sanctity degradation, was shaped by the psychology of disgust and contamination. It underlies many religions' notions of striving to live in an elevated, less carnal, and more noble way. The last but not least is liberty, oppression foundation, which is about the feelings of reactions and resentment people feel toward those who dominate them and restrict their liberty. Its intuitions are often in tension with those of the authority foundation. The hatred of bullies and dominators motivates people to come together in solidarity to oppose or take down the oppressor. So let us see the moral matrix as if it was a tank with 6 taste receptors. All of them are used in categorization of social group. Good appetite!